Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another review that I'm going to be doing. This time, of course, it's going to be about Cities XL Platinum that came out. I was actually informed by one of my subscribers who left a comment on one of my StarCraft 2 commentaries that I do make every weekend, and I was very happy to see that Platinum did come out, so I was really excited to see what comes out with this. Now, a few things I noticed. The options menu sometimes refuses to open up, as you do see. So you do have to keep persisting on clicking the damn thing, and then it does open up. Now, this is just one small little bug that seems to be coming with Platinum. That's as far as I know in terms of the main menu. There might be something else, but I didn't really go through the whole menu and check out if every possible nook and cranny, every button works. So far, don't really care about that. Now, let's take a look at what wonderful new things does Platinum have for us. So, I think fertility plains we had before, though I do think that they provided a different screenshots. I do believe the Rocky Mountain Summit is old. The grassy cliffs, I think that might be new. This is old. This was a holiday thing that time. Carcata, that is new. So we do have a couple of new ones. Hey, we got Hollywood there. We got New York. So there are actually a couple of new maps. Yeah, it's not that there aren't, but I don't know. It's that's about it. You have, like, I don't know. Let's give them credit. We have at least 8 new maps. Okay, so this is absolutely wonderful that we have at least a couple of new maps. Now let's. I did actually. What do you call it? Let's just jump to one of my cities, my test city, and I'll show you what else is actually new with this Platinum. So Platinum, of course, came with a few new maps. It's not that they haven't made any new maps. There are a few new maps, so that's great. So you don't get to play the same boring 8 that we had before, or 5 that we had before. Now, in terms of the actual buildings, pretty much everything is the same. We do, of course, have a couple of new exceptionals, which I can't show you because I haven't built up yet. But, for example, the high-tech hotel you see here is new. A couple of holidays have been redesigned. A few new ones have been thrown in as well. So that's pretty cool. Here you got the Burj Khalifa Tower. Obviously, they don't call it the real name, so they give it a funky name. So that's pretty nice. And ironically speaking, the Burj Khalifa Tower is not a hotel. It has a hotel in it, but the Burj Khalifa Tower is an apartment complex, and you do see it says apartment complex for elites here, you know. But it doesn't actually. It's not actually registered as a residential, which it should have been registered as residential. I can't even speak. So this should have been maybe, I don't know, 10,000 population for this. You know, anyways, so you do have, of course, a couple of new utilities. I guess no utilities are the same. Then services, gotta be a few new services. They gotta add something new. Yeah, this one's new hospital complex. They actually redesigned it. Then you got a couple of new designs here. Let's take a look at the education. Pretty much the same thing. I think they might have redid the actual graphics for a couple of these icons and added a few buildings. So this is pretty much it. So far, they actually pitching it that they have 50 new buildings. 50 new buildings in terms of design. Yeah, they might have thrown in a couple of new types of schools, new types of fire stations that just look a little bit different. Any modder could do this, I do believe. Let's not give him so much credit, but you know, in maybe 6 hours work, I think a modder would do this, and we would be glad to supply this for free. Now, in terms of the rest of the actual Platinum, it's the same shit that we had in 2012. That means all the bugs are there, everything else is there, all the mess ups are there as well. This has been just repackaged. It means you're gonna download an additional 6 gigabytes for absolutely nothing, with the same fucking bugs on it. And you get 50 new buildings and around 8 new maps, maybe a little bit more. You know, let's not really criticize them that much. So you probably get a couple of more maps and 40 buildings, which just are cosmetics. So all they did is just repackage and resell the same product again. Now, they obviously priced the actual this version, I think, at around 30 euros, I think $30. Now, the wonderful thing is they were stupid enough that they actually priced this game at $30, but in case you own 2011 and 2012, or 2012, you can upgrade that for $5. So, if you'd buy 2011, which is $20, and after that you can just buy the upgrade for $5, which is $25, which would turn out even cheaper than their actual retail. So this further suggests that the people in charge of doing this aren't really that smart. Now obviously this is probably going to be fixed once they figure that out, that they really didn't figure that through, but otherwise this is it in terms of the review. You have all the same bugs, nothing really changed. You got 50 new buildings, you got a couple of new maps, and that's about it. I don't really see this very nice from their side. I just see this as they are pretty much juicing the actual SimCity hype that's happening just before it gets released. So they are really trying to juice this thing before it dies out when SimCity comes out. So really smart on the actual developers. Not nice of them, but smart of them to juice it for what it's worth before it dies out. And that's about it. Of course, I would rate this, if you are interested in my ratings, I would rate this a 1 out of 10, because I am very, very disappointed in how they actually did this package itself. Instead of releasing the stupid 50 new buildings and the few levels as a DLC for $2, they made it for $5 and make you re-download a whole 6 GB package again. So this is it. This is what I think about it. Leave your comments down below about what you think about it. Happy gaming, and see you guys next time. Bye.